Did you know that you're only 60% human? That's right, nearly half of our organic material is made up of bacteria that live on us, basically our microbiome. We're going to learn in this episode more about microbiome. Imagine this, although we are made up of more than 20,000 genes, our bodies are home to more than 100 times that number of bacterial genes.
Doctor, it all started when I was a baby.
That's right. You see, babies are born virtually microbe-free. But as soon as they enter our world, they receive their first microbial dose during birth. This initial encounter starts to shape their microbiome, kickstarting a lifelong symbiotic relationship with these microscopic companions.
The infant microbiome is a bustling metropolis, influencing everything from our nutrients to our immune system. Now, breast milk is not just food. It is a microbacterial masterpiece. It actually produces these things called prebiotics or human milk oligosaccharides. These not only feed the baby, but importantly also acts as food for the microbiome in your gut, which, as we know, keeps you nice and healthy. Interesting, the delivery method actually matters. Babies born by natural delivery have a more diverse array of bacteria. In fact, it actually resembles that of the mother. This microbial diversity is actually key for digestion and overall health. In fact, it sets up the stage for a well-balanced microbial ecosystem. Now, the infant gut microbiome is actually a fascinating and crucial aspect of early human development. At birth, baby's gut is mostly sterile, but it quickly becomes colonized with a myriad of microbial species. This occurs through a process of cross-contamination, meaning that the baby is actually getting exposed to maternal bacteria and therefore develops that microbiome, but also the baby is passing that back through the breast milk, for example, passing that back into the breast, and that also develops mom's microbiome. What's really fun is that the gut microbiome is a living entity. It is constantly changing and it is constantly evolving and getting exposures. One of the most common bacteria that's found early in infancy is called Bifidobacterium breve. It is thought to be transferred from the mother to the baby during the delivery, especially in those natural births. It is also found in breast milk, so we know that it actually does pass from the mom to the baby. Another bacteria we find there is called Bifidobacterium infantis. This is also involved in the immune system and it also helps protect the cell wall lining of the lumen so that bacteria doesn't seep into the bloodstream, which could be very dangerous for an infant. For example, Lactobacillus acidophilus will actually break down glucose, basically sugar, into a molecule called pyruvate and eventually lactic acid. This actually lowers your pH, it acidifies a little bit of your gut, hopefully preventing other kind of more noxious bacteria from then surviving and entering into the bloodstream. Lactobacillus also interacts with the immune system. It sort of prepares it for infection. What it does is that it interacts with certain immune system cells, like for example T cells or natural killer cells, and then as well as cytokines, which are sort of messengers of the immune system, and it prepares them so should a bacteria that's actually causing harm come in, they are ready to be able to eliminate that bacteria. If this wasn't enough, Lactobacillus also works on preventing bacteria by going through between cell walls. So what it does, it works on something called a tight junction. This is basically the interaction between two cells and it keeps them together. Well, the tighter there are, the harder it is for little tiny bacteria to seep right between those two cell walls. That way, it keeps bacteria from getting into your body. These are just a few examples of the microorganisms that keep us nice and healthy. So what actually happens in infancy stage really does sort of set up everything for adulthood. The first few years are a bit of a roller coaster for the infant microbiome. And the first few years, there's a lot of shifts that happen within the microbiome community. These early interactions are not just passing moments within the microbiome, they have a lifelong effect on health. And in fact, they actually do help with stress management as well as disease resistance. So there you have it, folks. The infant microbiome is a remarkable world within our babies, playing a pivotal role within their development as well as their health. It's a reminder of how interconnected life truly is. Until next time, keep nurturing those tiny ecosystems and stay amazed by the wonders of science. Follow me for more fun medical facts.